Hello my friends, Wowa here, and you're probably wondering what it is you just saw me build, and why it was important enough to include by itself in the One Block at a Time series. Now, reason I'm doing a flyover at the moment is because that was the final structure in the trading center. Now, as much as I wanted to include more structures, there's just not really any space here, and it's just going to look it's going to look bad. Now what you saw was actually the guards post, and it's just a simple guards post that floats around, keeping an eye out. And as we do our last flyover here, we're going from structure to structure to see what we have built. And we started with the main structure, which is the trading post itself. Then we moved over to the landowner's property. And then from there we moved on to other things that you'll see momentarily. Now, if you've been here from the beginning, you know what all these things are. If you haven't, then there's plenty of videos out there for you to check out. I do have a lot of videos in this series. Now, the reason the guard center is by itself and not included in the video with anything else is because the final video was actually going to be the lighthouse, the guards post, and the 3 ships. But things didn't work out. Unfortunately, I was having issues with my camera, and so I ended up breaking it up into multiple builds. So the only footage I actually lost that day was footage of building the lighthouse. Everything else came out without a hitch. As you can see, we just moved past the landowner's office, went through the jail, and went out to take a closer look, or a farther away look, at the merchant vessel once again. Now, because I broke that up, it meant that the final piece, although I could have included it with the 3 ships, it didn't really stand out on its own, and it didn't really fit in with the 3 ships. Here we see the residential area for some of the people who live here. But if you remember, we're not actually done. There's a lot of stuff still to do, just not here at the trading post. So what you saw was, think of it like putting the icing on the cake. I had this big empty spot right there, right out front. And here we see the pathway up to the lighthouse. I had this big empty spot right out in front, and it needed something. You couldn't just leave it there by itself, and it also has to be significant enough so that it stands out, as well as being different from a ship, so that it looks like it belongs here. Now we go over and we'll take a look at the 3 ships. And I think it captures that. Now, there's a big bag underneath that it uses for ballast, as well as storage of various items. But it's not really an important piece. It's just one bit of the whole that is this really big, really long build that we have done here today. Well, not today. We've done this over the course of months now, haven't we? Because I can't do this all at one time. I have to come back. Otherwise, this place is so intimidating, I can't get it done. And remember, everything that you've seen here, yet you've witnessed, has been built by one block at a time. You watched the whole thing, and I really hope you enjoyed it if you did. But we still have a lot more to do. This is just one of the many places in our world. And that means that we have a lot more to come up with and a lot more to build. This is honestly not the most intimidating structure that we're going to build. I already have the next few projects thought of and pretty much designed. However, this one was important. This one was one that took the most time. We had to break it up into so many parts that it was really difficult to do it. And I'm not going to lie, as you can see, the goddess statue in the background, There is one last place that we need to visit. And that last place is going to be the thing that started it all. The thing that took 15 hours to build. We're going to go say hello to the whale one last time before we end this episode and call the trading post complete. So if we head off in this direction, you'll see it start to appear. So despite the fact that the trading post is done, and despite the fact that these other two mega builds are also done, our world is still not complete. This is not the end of one block at a time, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, thank you for all your support, and if you do enjoy this series, I would really appreciate it if you'd like, or if you would share, because the more support I get on these, the more time I have to do them. Thank you, friends. This is Wawa, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.